McShay mocked wide receiver JaMarr Chase to Detroit. What do you think, Dern?
I brought this up to you guys a couple times during
I will
offline.
say
I know you guys don't like the idea, but honestly, I think a Devontae Smith or a JaMarr Chase are game changers on our offense, especially if you keep Stafford. I know you guys don't like the idea, but I like game changers. That's what I like. I like game changers. And I know this wide receiver class is super deep, so I know that's not probably a luxury we can do. So, like I keep saying to you guys, it all depends on who our head coach is, on where I think we should go.
I think that there needs to be more thumbs up. We got 129 in the building with 54 thumbs up. Let's get to 75 thumbs up, 7-5. Let's get those thumbs up. Antonio Hightower, you went, ooh. What do you think about JaMarr Chase?
Here's the thing. If the top 4 QBs are not there, go with JaMarr Chase or Jalen Waddle if they're there. Because there really isn't any defensive player who, I know it's going to sound crazy. I don't know if you should take Michael Parsons in the first round. Because I don't know how much impact a linebacker has. Because as a linebacker, right? Mm-hmm. Linebacker is it's an important position, but it's one of the least important positions on defense. You know, there's DN, there's CB, safety, linebacker, then DT. So and he's a Mike at that. So the question is, do you spend a top 10 pick on a Mike? I don't know, especially when JaMarr Chase might be there, Jalen Waddle might be there, what's his name? Devonta Smith might be there. If the top 4 QBs is gone, I would really like to get a wide receiver.
Okay, so who are you going to pick, Antonio Hightower? You got Trey Lance there. You have one of those wide receivers, or you have Micah Parsons, and you have to pick.
Trey Lance, easy.
Okay, yeah, I'm with you, man. I love Micah Parsons though too. I truly do. French fries, great name. I love French fries. I'm gonna throw this one to you, TA Noble Sports. Do you think the Lions re-signed Kenny Golladay?
Man, that's a great question, Mike. French fries, that's definitely a great question, bro. I think the Lions probably should sign Kenny Golladay back, but definitely at the right price. I don't know what the price is going to be for Kenny Golladay because I'm looking at it from how Kenny Golladay came in. He earned everything that he has. I know a lot of people gave him crap this year and said, oh, man, he doesn't want to get out on the field and play and stuff like that. But you got to look at it like this. You know what I'm saying? The guy probably could have been seriously hurt. You know, anytime you got an injury that's involving the hip, it can be very serious. But at the same time, the talent that Kenny Golladay has, it's not a lot of receivers that have that type of capability that he has. And if you're the Lions, you got so much dysfunction going on, you have to be able to have something on the team. So I would say that the Lions need to find a way to renegotiate a deal with Golladay to be able to bring him back on to the roster, because I think that he's going to be a guy that's definitely going to be able to do some things for the Lions for the coming years. I mean, just let's look at it, guys. Kenny Golladay was a 3rd round pick. He got taken in the 3rd round, and he earned himself a position in the Pro Bowl. He had 2 back-to-back seasons over 1,000 yards catching the football. He probably would have did it this year if he wouldn't have got injured. So you definitely want to bring a guy like Kenny Golladay back. But if you decide to pass on him, then you're definitely going to have to go with another receiver.
Interesting right there. And this one is definitely going to On the Warpath. He says, #ISN Redskins quarterback situation for the game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Can we get Matt Stafford on lease, please? Because he's undefeated in Washington. So,
yes.
You know, so can we get him on lease? No, but yes. It looks like it's going to be Haneke has taken all of the first team reps so far. Alex Smith said he's still sore. And I've been kind of really had a hard time with this, because you're going to got a guy with no experience, but he's healthier. But you've got Alex Smith, and you've seen what he's done. He's like 5-2 as a starter with Washington. And like I said, I don't think any quarterback that we had on the roster would put us in this situation. We'd probably be picking ahead of you all. if it was Kyle Allen or Trashkin Haskins. But and I think that it's going to be Haneke for practice, and this was the last day of practice. But we may see Alex Smith because he was stretching on the side. And Ron has said they may alternate, which I think that's crazy because it's not preseason. But yeah, man, we need Matt Stafford on lease. Can we just get him for like a day and then we'll send him back to you all because Matt's the man. I ain't gonna lie.
I got that deal. Propose a trade to you. We'll send you Matthew Stafford. I proposed this trade to you before.
No.
How about Montez Sweat?
No.
Yeah, give me Jonathan Allen.
Do not do that, Lion.
No.
Give me Montez Sweat and a draft pick.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
I look. Hey, man. I said, and I've told Mike this before. I'm a little. I've got a little. We're kindred spirits. Watching in Detroit, and I've got family that's Detroit Lions fans. So, but I love y'all, but I can't do that. Can't do that.
Can you explain to us why you can't do it?
Because why can't you do it?
Because y'all done beat us so doggone much. We're trying to figure out ways to beat y'all. We're trying to figure out a way to beat Matt Stafford. That's what's been consistent since 2009. Death, taxes, and Matt Stafford beating Washington. I'm tired of it.
So here's the way that you can beat us then. You trade us Jonathan Allen, we'll give you Stafford, and then Stafford won't beat you.
He's a local dude. I can't get rid of John Allen, man.
Hey,
he's a local guy.
He'll beat you by throwing an interception on a touchdown.
Lordy V.
Question here: if we hire a head coach before GM, will it create a separation between the head coach and GM, Antonio Hightower?
Yeah, that is something might happen because the thing about you usually want a head coach and a GM who are on the same page. You kind of have similar philosophies. Same thing with your defense coordinator, offense coordinator. You want them all to be on the same page, kind of have similar philosophies, know where each other's coming from. So if you hire like Saleh, and then you hire a GM who kind of views football a little different way, wants to draft a little different way, you could have a split between your head coach and the GM. So I think if the Lions first, they should really have an idea who they really want to be the GM. I would love to have a GM first. This is no settlement situation. You might just have to get the head coach first. But yeah, that is a potential problem you could deal with.
And I will get to the question before, but Travis Doyle dropped the super chat, so you got to go straight to him. Thank you so much. He is on a warpath, but he says on the warpath, he's asking you, do you think Washington would consider trading Matthew Unitas off your team? Would you people like him on the Lions?
No, and yes, you are, and I'll answer this one for you. Heck yeah, y'all would love him on there. This guy, he honestly is our best defensive tackle. He is our best interior defense lineman. I'll be honest with you, Big Tim Settle out of Virginia Tech. It could possibly low key be our second best. Yes, I said that about the Alabama boys, but I would not trade Matt Ioannidis for all the gold in the world right now. I want Deshaun Watson, and there's rumors coming out about him, but I wouldn't give up Ioannidis for Deshaun Watson.
Watson, man, they said in Pro Football Talk that they wouldn't trade him, but all teams say that type of stuff. Mars Landy says, replace Lions with Eagles. Who win the division? I still would say the Washington football team.
The Washington, yeah, not the Lions.
Just because of their front seven is just ridiculous, man.
Yeah, our defense is trash, man.
Chris Johnson, is Stafford staying in Detroit? Well, here, I'm going to give you an update when it comes to Matthew Stafford. He gets a bonus in mid-March. And if the Lions do not trade him before the bonus, after the bonus, it would cost $29 million in dead cap. So if he gets his bonus, he's staying in Detroit. I put it that way. But if they were to trade him, it would have to be before mid-March. But if you trade him, you're giving away what you're going to probably do in the draft. And I know you're a Colts fan and you're thinking, man, maybe the Colts trade for Matthew Stafford. That would be a spot, but maybe Matt Ryan as well. Maybe they trade for Matt Ryan. But TA, what do you think, man? Are they going to trade Stafford?
Man, Mike, to be honest with you, no, they're not going to trade Matthew Stafford. It's too much money on the books. I definitely believe Stafford will be back for one more year. But in saying that Stafford's going to come back for one more season, I'm still taking a quarterback. Now, me personally, I can have my own opinions and views on what I think about Matthew Stafford, because I think that Stafford is a solid quarterback, and I think that he's done the Lions as best as he could. He's whatever weapons he's had, he's done the best that he could. But I just think that now it's just time to be able to get an heir apparent to Matthew Stafford, because apparently this guy has been getting injured year in and year out for the last 3 seasons, and that scares me. And by that scaring me, it makes me want to go out and grab another quarterback. And I'm not saying that you got to throw that quarterback out to the Wolves, but I just think that it's time to grab another young quarterback, and preferably I want a dual threat guy.
Okay, question here. I'm going to give this one right to you, TA. Zach Wilson or Trey Lance? They're on the board for some reason. They're both there. Who would you take?
Without a doubt, I'm taking Trey Lance.
Okay. What about you?
I'm taking Trey Lance.
You said me?
Yeah, because you went,
that
means you want
I'm taking Wilson. Not even a conversation for me. Wilson has a chance to be the second best QB in the draft right now. He's getting a lot of hype. Dude is really nice. Sometimes he's a little too aggressive for what his arm talent allows him to do. But, man, that dude is nice.
Is Matt Ryan going to be on the trading block? I don't know exactly the cap situation, but from what I hear, it's huge if he gets traded. So I don't know. They don't have a GM yet. They don't have a head coach. I do believe they're taking a quarterback, though. No doubt about it. I think the Atlanta Falcons are taking a quarterback. If they don't trade him, it's probably his last year there in Atlanta. Would you trade Washington football team on the warpath for Matt Ryan if you could get him?
He meets the qualifiers that I'm looking for in a quarterback. He's been to the playoffs. He's had nominals. He's had success in the playoffs. Besides the huge choke that he had in the Super Bowl, but the cap, the money, I just think that cap hit and his age. I think he'll be 36 at the start of next season. So I couldn't trade for him just because of that age bracket.
This is a great free agency question here, because he's Rod Love 313 says Allen Robinson or Corey Davis come home to pair with Kenny Golladay. Dern, who you gonna take, man, if you get one of these guys?
Well, if you re-sign Kenny Golladay, you have to go Corey Davis, because you're not going to have enough money to sign Allen Robinson. We have $10 million in cap right now. It's exactly why the Lions should not bring back Kenny Golladay, because he's going to demand too much. He's going to want $15 to $18 million a year, and that's something that the Lions cannot afford. Like I said before, we have 18 contracts expiring this year.
Woo! 18. And we got some bad contracts that's currently on there. Just like we need to have more likes, folks. We got 66 likes. Let's get to 75. I think that's 9 away. So let's get those likes up. 120 in the building. And again, we have On the Warpath. He's the guy in the middle. Okay, if we're doing a game show, we would be looking this way and be like, hey. So make sure that you go ahead and
wrong
way. You survived the turn. Folks, it's the pinned comment. Subscribe to this man's channel and have some fun there. They have a great panel every single time they do their stuff. It's amazing. And TA Noble Sports and Antonio Hightower, subscribe to their channel. I like Corey Davis as well. I think that would be a good piece here. No doubt about it, to add him for the cheaper price. And it just depends how much Kenny Golladay is going to get paid. They could franchise him.
Yeah.
That's very possible. French fries, hopefully it's from McDonald's. I like the McDonald's French fries a little bit more. He says, do you think the Jets go with Justin P. Fields, TA of Noble Sports?
Yes, I do. All day long, I think that the Jets is taking their guy. Now, I know a lot of people say Zach Wilson can possibly come up to number 2, but I just want to pump their brakes for a little bit. The performance that he had against the Clemson Tigers was box office. If he happens to beat the Alabama Crimson Tide, his stock is going to go through the roof. No doubt about it. The Jets are taking Justin Fields. No doubt about it. I have been watching the Jets videos, the guys that make Jets videos, and they want Justin P. Fields. They are very, very excited to have a guy like him.
I just did a mock draft. I dropped it a couple hours ago. Take a look at that mock draft. If you haven't done so, I do have Justin Fields going to the New York Jets. I just think that he's much better than Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold's a little bit injury prone. Yes, they could go ahead and get Penei Sewell and solidify the offensive line.
Yeah, they could do that. Yep.
It very well could be, but I think that Justin Fields is more athletic. He can run. I mean, this is now a league where you're going to have a dual threat quarterback. And I think Justin Fields is a player that can really help out with that. What do you think about that, Dern?
I think whatever quarterback that they draft is going to be really, really pissed off because they don't have any wide receivers besides maybe two of them. Their offensive line is mediocre at best. Their running back, Frank Gore, is probably going to retire, and then they have only Ty Johnson back there. Who is their tight end? They're a mess on offense. They're going to be setting that quarterback up to fail.
Travis Doyle, another super chat. Man, he's on fire today, and I really appreciate it, folks. And all the people that super chatted, I just want to let you know I did get some upgrade on some of the technology, and I really appreciate it to give you guys a better quality to view. Travis Doyle, would you guys trade Desmond Trufant off the team, or do you think he doesn't have trade value? Antonio Hightower.
I mean, I would do it because I'm at this point, I'm kind of like just going to a full rebuild. You know, get rid of all the big contracts, commit to a full-scale rebuild, get as many picks as you can. Now, the question is, do the Lions want to take that cap hit? I don't know if they want to do that. The Lions have – I don't know if they want to do that. I would trade them, but I don't know if the Lions want to take that cap hit.
What do you think on the warpath? I'm sure you're familiar with Desmond Trufant. If you're a team like we are, do you start trading assets away to get more draft capital? We only have 5 draft picks in this year's draft.
Yeah, I think you got to find a way to acquire more picks. And if his contract, see, I'm more familiar with his older brother Marcus more than anything. But you're gonna have to cut some. You got to cut the fat off. And if that guy is kind of bleeding you and you can get a extra draft pick to bring in a young guy on the cheap and can make an impact.